Yes, hello. So, how are you all? My name is Yogesh, and we are doing statistics standard 11th. In last lecture, I have completed second sum of exercise 3.4. We were doing the topic of quartile, decile, percentile, and we have completed ungrouped data, discrete frequency distribution, and continuous frequency distribution. That means we have completed all the three topics under quartile, decile, and percentile. That is when xi is given, when fxi is given, and when classes and frequency are given. So now what we are supposed to do today, some more sums from quartile, decile, and percentile are to be done today. Today I will be doing illustration 28, and this illustration 28 is very important for you. Mark important in your textbook. Illustration number 28. Let us read the question. The following table shows the data about monthly traveling expenses. In sample of 50 local bus computers, monthly expenses are 350 to 500, 500 to 650, 650 to 850, 800 to 950, 950 and above. Number of commuters are 7, 13, 16, 9, 5. Commuters, that means you can term it as passengers, like that. What you are asked to find limits for the expense of central 50% of commuters. Find the minimum expense of highest spending 15% commuters and find the maximum expense in the lowest spending 10% commuters. Now, these kind of questions we have not done till now. See the first question. Find the limits for expense of central 50%. What it means? Okay, so what we'll be doing? First of all, we'll be writing the question. Then I'll be explaining you that how we are going to solve this sum. So this is illustration 28. Illustration number 28. Monthly expenses are given starting from 350. So monthly expense 350 to 500, 500 to 650, 650 to 800, 800 to 950, and last will be 950 and over. Okay. With this monthly expenses, number of commuters are given. What is the number of commuters? 7, 13, 16, 9, 5. What is total of this? 7 and 13 is 20, 36, 45 and 50. Now what is first question? My first question is to find the limit for the expense of central 50% commute. So you have to find the limit of central 50% of commute. Before explaining you this all thing, I would like to explain you some portion. What this portion is. I would like to explain you the logics of quartile, then decile, and then percentile. What these logics are, then again we are coming to the question. Okay. Now, what this logic are? I told you that if there is a line of 100%, okay, quartile means we are doing four parts. Four parts, that means this way four parts are done. Okay, that means three quartile you will be finding, or you can find. One is Q1, Q2, and Q3. Okay, now this line is of 100%. Yes, uh, four parts are there. That means one part is of 25% each. Okay, this is 25, this is 25, this is 25, this is 25. Now, what is the logic of Q1, Q2, Q3? Logic says that Q1, logic says that Q1 covers 25% of your data. How many percent it covers? It covers 25% of your data, because it is one fourth. You can easily understand how much data this Q2 covers. They say that Q2 covers from here to here. So this is the core concept, that it always start from the left end. It always starts from the left end. So Q2 will cover 50% data. How much data Q2 will cover? It will cover 50% data. Now Q3 is going to cover, see, Q2 will cover 50%, 25, 25. Q3 will cover 25, 25, 25. That is 75%. Okay. Yes. Now this is the logic of quartile. Okay. What I taught you today, or what I taught you now, that Q1 covers 25% of the data. Q2 covers 50% of the data, and Q3 covers, sorry, 75% of the data. Now this is the logic of quartile. Same way, there must be logic in decile. Okay, so I'll be teaching you that logic also. Logic of that decile. Now, suppose this is line of decile. Decile, that means they are going to do 10 parts. So there can be D1, there can be D2, there can be D3, there can be D4, D5, okay, D6, D7, D8, and D9. This way there are 10 parts and 9 deciles. Now what this logic says, if your series is of 100%, so now as I told you that this line covers 100%, so D1 will cover how much percent? 10%. D2 will cover 20%. D3 will cover 30%, D4 40, D5 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So what I taught you now, that D1 will cover 10% area, D2 will cover 20% area. D3 will cover 30% area, and it goes up to D9, and D9 covers 90% area. Okay, you can see here D9 covers 90% area. Okay, the same goes the same goes with percentile. Now in percentile there are 100 parts. It starts from P1 and it will go up to P99. And this percentile I need not to explain you, because P1 is 1%, P2 is 2%. Say for example it's P40, it's 40%, it's P39, it's 39%, it's P68, it's 68%. Whatever P is, it will match. Okay, now again let me repeat you what I taught you. I taught you that in quartile, Q1 represents 25%, Q2 represents 50%, Q3 represents 75%. In Q1 it represents like this, and in D it represents like this. Now if you have thoroughly, if you have thoroughly learned what I taught you now, then you would have come to know, that the value of Q1 will always equal to value of P75. Why? Sorry. Value of Q1 will always equal to P25, because Q1 also covers 25% area. See, Q1 covers 25% area, and as I told you that P every percentage covers the same. So if you find Q1 or you find P25, doesn't matter, both will always I repeat, always match. Same way Q2 covers 50% for area. So it will cover with D5. D5 also 50%. It will match with P50. P50 will also have 50% area, and it will match with median, because median will also covers the 50% area. So if you find any of the four, you will get the same answer, and it is equivalent that you find anything. Q3 is always match with P75. Q3 will always match with P70. The same way, D1 will always match with P10. D2 will match with P20. D3 will match with P30. D4, D40, D5, I taught you, D6, D60, D9, D90. Okay, and it will go on. So this was the logic I was explaining you. Now let us come to the question. Okay, let us again come to the question. We are doing illustration 28. Don't forget. You need to find the limits for the expense. What you need to find? What limits means? Limits means there will be two answers. Limits means there will be two answers. Lower limit and higher limit. Okay, so limits means there will be two answers. One is lower limit and one is higher limit. Your answer will be like, my limit for the expenses from this to this. Okay, there will be two answers. Now they asked you to find the expense for central 50%. Now what the central 50% means? We are coming to that central part. Let me explain you what is first 50%. See, they asked you about central 50%, but I am teaching you first 50%. To explain you in a better sense, See, first 50%, what first 50% means? See, this is first 50%. Okay, first 50, the last will also be 50 because 50 will make the 100. If I say you that it's last 50, if I say you so, that if it is last 50%, then this is last 50. But they told you that it is central 50. What they told you? They told you that it is central 50. Now, what this central 50 means, this is central 50. Now, if this is central 50, then it is obvious here it is 25 and here it is 25. Then and then only you need to find central 50 now. In central 50, you are asked the limits. That means lower limit and higher limit. That means you are asked this. Now, how you can find this? I explained you just before few minutes that if you want to find 25%, then you need to find Q1. What you need to find? You need to find Q1. And if you want to find this point, then you need to find Q3. Oh. So see what we have done. We have done so much analysis just to derive to the conclusion that I need to find Q1 and Q3 in the question. Okay. So your question that find the limit for the expense of central 50% computer means you need to find Q1 and Q3 in this question. So to find Q1 and Q3, you will need the help of CFI. Okay, so let us find CFI. 7, 20, 36, 45, and 50. Let me arrange this. Okay. So this is your CFI. Fine. Now, as I told you that your question demands that you should find Q1 and Q3. So now I should find Q1. What is Q1? It's value of 1 into n by 4th observation. Q1 is value of, what is n? It's 50 upon 4th. So Q1 is value of 12.5th observation. Now, what is this 12.5? This 12.5 will be in this class 500 to 650. Okay. Now, you better know if this class is selected. Then this is my lower boundary. This is my frequency. And this is my cumulative frequency. This is my frequency and this is my cumulative frequency. So what I'll do now, I'll be writing the formula. Q1 is equal to L plus n by 4 minus CFI upon Fi into C. Into C is class length. So Q1 is L. As I told you that L is 500, n by 4 is 12.5 minus CFI is 7 upon frequency. What was frequency? Let us check. Frequency was 13 and the class length is 150. So your frequency is 13 and your class length is 150. Q1 is equal to 500 plus 12.5 minus 7 is 5.5 into 150 upon 13. Q1 is equal to 500 plus. Now let me solve this. 5.5 into 150 upon 13. It's 5.5 into 150 upon 13. 63.46. So your Q1 will be 563.40. So this is your Q1. Then let us find Q3. Now Q3 is value of 3 into n by 4th observation. So Q3 is value of 3 into n by 4 is 50 by 4th observation. Q3 is value of 3 into 12.5. 37.5th observation. Now where this 37.5 will be? Fall. So 37.5 will fall something here in this class. So this is your lower boundary, this is your frequency, this is your cumulative frequency, and 150 will be your class length. So your Q3 will be L plus 3 n by 4 minus Fi upon Fi into C. So your Q3 is, what is L? Your class selected is 800. So L is 800. 800 plus 37.5. Cn upon 4 we have found here, minus CFI. So CFI is 36 upon. What is frequency? Or frequency is 9. And what is your class length? Your class length is 150. So my Q3 is equal to 800 plus 37.5 minus 36. It's 1.5 into 150 upon 9. So it's 1.5 into 150 upon 9. That is 25. So your Q3 is equal to 800 plus 20. It's 820. So your Q3 is 820. Right. As I told you that this thing, what you found, is the limit. That means your answer should be this to this. So your Q1 is 563.46 and your Q3 is 825. You were asked central 50% commuters, so you will write the answer like this. Therefore, central central 50% commuters are having monthly traveling expense. Therefore, central 50% commuters are having monthly traveling expense between rupees 563.46 and rupees 825. Therefore, central 50% commuters are having monthly traveling expense between 563.46 and rupees 825. So today we have completed only the sub question number 1 of illustration 28. Still we need to complete two more sub questions, that is find minimum expense of highest spending 15% commuters and find the maximum expense and lowest spending 10% commuters. So this illustration will be continued in next lecture also. In next lecture, we will be completing this two sub question, and I will be teaching you that how to crack that what you have to do. Okay, so the main thing is you have to derive that what you are required to solve. It is written limit of expense of central 50%. By reading this sentence, you should know that we have to find Q1 and Q2. Okay, so more question will be solving tomorrow.